In today's video, we shall look at few problems on vectors. Problem 1. Given that a equals to 4i hat plus 3j hat, c is minus 12i hat plus 7j hat. Find the magnitude and direction of a plus c. So let's figure out what vector a plus c is. So 4i hat plus minus 12i hat, so that is minus 8i hat. And then you have 3j hat plus 7j hat, that's going to give you 10j hat. So let's first work out the magnitude of that vector found. The magnitude of this vector equals minus 8 squared plus 10 squared square root, which is 12.8 units. Now let's work out the direction. We know that if this is the xy plane, the a plus c vector has minus 8i hat term there, so it has negative x component and positive y component. So that means that vector is given by that yellow arrow. The direction can be found by computing that angle. Let's call it alpha. But first we need to figure out that angle. Let's call it theta. We can use trigonometry to get theta. We note that this is 8 and this is 10. So this angle here is theta. And this is a right angle triangle. So you see theta equals arctangent of 8 over 10. And that will give you 38.6 degrees for theta. So that means alpha is 38.6 degrees plus 90 degrees, which is 128.6 degrees. That is the direction of the vector a plus c. Problem 2. If vector a is added to vector b, which is 3i hat plus 4j hat, the result is a vector in the positive direction of the x-axis, with magnitude equal to that of vector b. What is the magnitude of vector a? So we are told when you take vector a, you add that to vector b, which is 3i hat plus 4j hat. The result is a vector in the positive direction of the x-axis. So you can write it as a constant gamma times I hat, where gamma is a positive number. What that means is vector A should have minus 4j hat as its y component. And the x component can be written as ax I hat. So you see, when you take this vector a in this form, you add that to vector b, the y component will cancel out, leaving only the following, which is 3 plus ax I hat, which is in this form. So immediately you can tell that gamma is 3 plus ax. We also know the result of that addition is a vector with magnitude equal to that of vector b. Vector b is given by this expression. So the magnitude of that vector is 3 squared plus 4 squared square root, which is 5. And that must be the same as gamma, which in fact is 3 plus ax. So this expression enables you to determine the x component of vector a, which turns out to be 2. So there we have it. Now we can write down the full expression for vector a. The x component is 2 I hat. Remember, the y component is minus 4j hat, as we have explained earlier. That means the magnitude of this vector a is 2 squared plus minus 4 squared square root, which is square root 20, which turns out to be 4.47. units. So that is the answer. Problem 3. Two vectors A and B lie in the xy plane. Their magnitudes are 4 and 7 respectively. The directions are 300 degrees and 65 degrees respectively as measured counterclockwise from the positive x-axis. What are the values of A dot B and A cross B? So let's do a brief sketch. So this is the x-axis, that is the y-axis. Vector A has magnitude of 4 and direction is 300 degrees. So 300 degrees lies in this quadrant. So we can sketch vector A something like that. We note that is 300 degrees. That means this is 60 degrees. Now let's look at vector B. Vector B has a magnitude of 7 units and direction is 65 degrees. So that means it lies in the first quadrant. And it will go somewhere like that. So that is vector B. Note that this angle is 65 degrees. Now let's solve A dot B. By definition, A dot B is the magnitude of vector A times the magnitude of vector B times cosine of the angle between these two vectors. Now we know the magnitude of A is 4, the magnitude of B is 7. The angle between vector A and vector B is this angle, which is 125 degrees. So cosine 125 degrees, which will turn out to be minus 16.1 units. Next, let's do the cross product, A cross B. The magnitude of this equals the magnitude of vector A times the magnitude of vector B times the sine of the angle between them, which in this case is 125 degrees. Magnitude of A is 4, magnitude of B is 7, sine 125 degrees, which will give you an answer of about 22.9 units. But for A cross B, the result is a vector, so we also have to figure out and specify the direction of the vector A cross B. The rule is the right-hand rule. All you have to do is to curl your right-hand fingers from A to B, like that. And note where your right-hand thumb points. If you do that, you will see the right-hand thumb will point outward, out of the plane. So in this case, along the positive z-axis. So that is the direction of the vector A cross B. And that is the magnitude of A cross B. And that solves the problem. Problem 4. Vector C is given by the following: 3i hat plus 4j hat. Vector D equals 2i hat plus 4j hat. Find the component of vector C along the direction of vector D. Now what that means is, assume that this is vector C. And assume that this is vector D, just as an example. The projection of C on D is given by that line. Let's assume this is the angle between the two vectors, and this length here can be written as C subscript D. This is the component of C along the direction of D. This length here is the length of vector C. Let's call it just C without an arrow. This is a right-angled triangle. So you see CD over the length C, the hypotenuse of that right-angled triangle, equals cosine alpha, purely from trigonometry. From dot product, we can write vector C dotted into vector D equals the magnitude of vector C times the magnitude of vector D times the cosine of the angle between them, which is alpha. So from this result, we can write cosine alpha as C dot D over the length of C times the length of D. So equating this term to that term, you see the c goes away, leaving you with following result. The component of c along the direction of DCD equals c dot d over the length of vector d. The magnitude of vector d can be written formally like that. So let's evaluate the dot product in the numerator. C is given by that vector and d is given by that vector. So c dot d equals 3i hat dotted into 2i hat, that is 6, plus 4j hat dotted into 4j hat, that's 16. Divided by the magnitude of vector d again is given by that. So the magnitude of vector d equals the square of the components. You sum them up and you take the square root. And that's going to give you a square root of 20, which will give you 4.92 as the answer. And that solves the problem. Thank you for watching.